That was
That
amazing.
fucking rules.
Isn't
I
it
listen on
super
Apple
cool?
Podcasts now, so I don't have the video anymore. That's
It's
the first time
great.
I've seen that. That's fucking awesome.
It is fantastic. Unfortunately, you've broken a cardinal rule, and we have to end this episode. How dare you speak before I introduce people? This is a
That
professional
was the
album.
best way to do it, dude.
I
That
know
was
it's
Dude, he couldn't
perfect.
wait.
That was the
it's so
purest
much
that was
better.
gonzo as you get, man.
I've had to, as I go to download these to edit them, and I don't really edit them, but I download them to put them onto YouTube and the like. I hear the beginning of every episode a lot, okay? And we have shitty intros because I'm garbage at this. So I actually really do appreciate it. But I set an arbitrary rule and I must enforce it. So episode's over. Adios. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to introduce everybody. Howling. How are you?
What's up? I'm good.
Good. You're not growing. We'll get into it. Stony, how are you?
Lit and ready to roll.
Fantastic. Too tall.
I'm surviving.
Well, way to bring us down right before we get to our wonderful guest, Green Velvet Farms. Thank you again for joining us.
Hey, happy to be here. Happy to be breaking the rules already.
That's the only way to do things. It is funny that we would. Yeah, I was going to say, proud rule breakers would have rules.
Time-honored tradition of civil disobedience, right?
There we go.
Amen. It is an American practice, and we should all participate.
I'm just feeling so patriotic with the Olympics.
Yeah. I got to say, Norway is really good at the Winter Olympics, man. It's so crazy.
Who'd have thought?
It makes sense, of course, but it is just like you see like these crowds, and we're getting right into the Olympic talk because that's what people tune in to hear. But watching these country skiers do 11 miles an hour on skis, like uphill, nah, you're the best. It's just
you can't do that on foot downhill.
No, it's ludicrous. And then after all that, to stop and be like, I'm gonna hit 5 perfect shots on that paper target. That's just showing off.
And I don't know if you've seen the short video of the guy that's in the curling that has the water and he's refreshing the ice and he's dancing backwards. I felt like that so many times, and I'm kind of watering over the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I just turned my auto pots on today, and I was like, "It's my mastery right there." Yeah.
That is wonderful. I do enjoy watching someone who does something very well when they do it like time after time. It's even as simple as mowing grass, where someone just puts the lines in. Although I will say, having brought up grass, kill your lawn. It's a terrible practice.
Not yet. It's not even spring, dude.
I know.
It's still dead right now.
To us chosen few, there is never any winter, so we always have god awful grass everywhere.
And we're holding
even in a drought. Our golf courses will be nice and green.
Well, yeah, and right now I'm just starting to think about spring plantings, and we're going to be picking some brains here to see about stuff getting started before it actually goes outside, because some of us can't even see. Well, I guess we've melted now, and our grass can be seen, but it's nowhere near any sort of green. Oh. So, yeah.
Before I hand over the episode to you, because you have plans, and that's wonderful, I do have to ask one question. Too Tall, has your snow melted?
Hell no.
That's what I was gonna ask. You look so sad.
It just started again today.
Oh no.
And apparently we're supposed to be getting a little more lake effect snow too. I'm at my threshold right now.
Good. So this episode will help a lot. We're going to talk about all the great spring things, apparently. Stoney, I hand you the microphone.
Wow. Yeah.
Please take us and our guests on a magical Yag ride. I'm going to abandon you and smoke now.
Well, see, at least yeah, exactly. That's where he can just keep the screen non-closed like that. But, yeah, no, it's spring, and I got all of my seeds. I've got a couple seeds come in that are my cannabis seeds, but got a whole shipment in order coming in. Some ornamental flowers, and I have 5 or 6 of these gnarly ass chili peppers that were left here last year. That now I and 2 of the other cultivators that I work with are anxiously awaiting to figure out which ones are which, because I think we're all I dried them, so they sat and dried, and so I want to pick your brain a little bit about that.
Yeah.
And then I want to see what's going on in your garden these days. You just flipped your lights on, so I think that's an interesting one to start with. Like energy efficiency in the middle of wintertime in the middle of this country.
Yeah, we got the heat running almost all the time, except for this week. Apparently, it's supposed to get up to 60 again. But so I basically, since I started with photos, have always done lights off during the day and lights on around 7 or 8, just to save on that energy wherever possible, you know.
Right. But it also does create this like, okay, I got a small window before bedtime before you get to work on your plants, right?
Yeah, there is that. That's the bummer. Is like I get home and it's like I just want to go do it right now, but
yeah.
Well, I have that similar problem coming up because of peak hours. I have to make sure that my lights don't run from 4 to like I think 9 p.m. So essentially, when I'm home and awake, my lights have to be off.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm only gonna get the like 30 minutes a day at 5, like 4:30 to 5 a.m. when I wake up to look in on my plants before I go to work. And you know what they say about doing gardening before work? You do your best work rushed, right? So it's gonna be fantastic.
Well, the priorities that need to get done today are
yeah, exactly. Please God have water. Oh no, and just the fact that I brought that up. Someone remind me I have to water my plants after this. I was supposed to water them yesterday, and
I will remind you because I am in the exact same boat.
Oh, perfect. I love it.
And
Twin
whoever's
fairies.
watching
Sorry.
this now, if you're
Go water your plants.
Yeah, let's say if you're watching this
Yeah,
now, go water it. If you're listening to it, probably should think about watering it, and remind Rev anyways too.
Please do, because I pour water down a spout into a fucking box. That's it. That's all I have to do. I don't know why I failed to do it multiple days in a row.
Well, because you gotta. I don't know about you, but like I gotta fill the can, walk back over, do it, fill the can.
There's a solution to not watering. I mean, it's
what is that?
Just have nothing to water.
What is that? You blasphemous son of a bitch!
Saw that coming.
So let me get this straight. Part of your average grower's advice to new growers is don't
save your money, don't grow.
I wonder why we have such trouble with our listening audience. It's like, yeah, this hobby's dumb. Don't fucking do it.
Don't do it. It sucks.
That's only a percentage. That's only a percentage. It's a quarter of our fucking grows right now. It's just way too high of a percentage. But moving on. Stoney, I interrupted you. I apologize.
Yeah, no. Tell us what kind of genetics you got sitting in your tank.
I got 2 that really matter, and then a bunch that are just nonsense. So I'll start with the nonsense because why not? Not sure how long ago it's been now, but sometime late last year, I had a plant that I was going to start in an earth box, and it just kind of gave up. And so I said, all right, you're out of here.
Quitter.
And I still have most of a 1,000 pack of the CBG mix from Hoku Seeds. So I threw 20 of those in the box just to see what would happen. And 15 of them sprouted. One of those 15 it was too small and it was covered up by a whole bunch of other ones, so I pulled it out, and there's 14 in there now. 13 actually, because one of them about 5 or 6 weeks into flower just tossed out a whole bunch of pollen sacs. So that had to go before things got gnarly. But right now I've got 13 of them, I guess, that are probably just about ready. I'll probably start cutting them down this weekend. They're all just little spears, but
wow,
so what? It's just little
shits and giggles, right?
Yeah,
It was
little
a cool experiment.
Yeah,
and
it was.
Every time I saw a picture of it, I was happier, and it was just cool because the plants were just doing wild shit. Like I like the ones that some of those seedlings that got so big that they kind of fell over and then kind of like rebounded. That's cool shit.
I did have a few of those, and then I have one that is doing like that super sativa-y thing where it's just like calyx all the way up.
Oh yeah.
And like ordinarily I'd be pissed about that. But it's 1 out of 13 small plants. So like, so what? Let's just let it go. It's going to be annoying. It's probably going to suck, but who knows? Might taste great. Might smell great. That's the other thing is I don't know what anything smells like because they're all right on top of each other.
Right, just rubbing all
yeah.
over each other.
But they smell good. So
It's like a complete little sea of green.
Yeah, I'll take it. It's very yellow now because when you have 13 plants in 10 gallons of soil, they drink
It's a hard
fast.
time keeping up. Yeah.
They
Turns
drink
out-
really fast.
Weird.
Don't say.
It's like
Who would've
growing
thought?
microgreens. Macro.
Yeah.
I do really like the fact that you'll probably end up with a solid joint, maybe a little bit more, right? Per.
Yep.
And you can in one night get a very good sampling of what's in that fucking seed bomb mix. Because that's,
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, what an ideal way to do it.
Right. I figured, so what? I have all these. Let's just see what happens. Let's see if I can at least get an idea of what some of these are like and roll from there, you know? How
Sounds
bad
like a
can it be?
blast. Yeah,
CBD,
really.
CBG, you know?
Yeah.
Sounds great. But then for the important ones, I have old school red and purple chocolate tie, which is a snow high genetics increased by Rooter Alistair. And that is, we're creeping up on week 13.
Wow.
We
And how
can-
far is it
medicine,
supposed
dude.
to go?
I started flower at 12.6, so whatever that is. Creeping up on.
You could tell me anytime and I'd believe you. Is 150
9 or
weeks
10.
ago? I believe you.
Yeah, I don't know, but we're getting there. It's probably going to be done early to mid March. I think it's a
Wow.
14 weekish. So yeah, we're not week 12. There's no way. But we're getting there. It's to the point where I think it's done stacking and it's hopefully going to start bulking. Because there's just like this little skinny bit coming off the top of those tops, but it smells great. It's sticky as
Oh,
shit. It's
I
greasy.
can't
and,
wait
like,
for the smoke report on that because
Yeah,
that is
dude.
some good medicine, I bet.
I'm very excited. I should have given it longer to veg in hindsight because it's pretty small, all things considered. But I'm making up for that, and we'll get to that after this next one, which is Flight Risk, also from Rooter Alistair. With the chocolate tie being a reg, I wasn't confident that it would be female, and I only had one left. So I just kind of threw this in the soil next to it as like a backup plan. And then when chocolate tie ended up being female, I was like, well, it only had like 2 weeks of veg time. How big can it get? It's taller than chocolate tie, and the like the top cola is like seriously a pop can almost. It's ridiculous. It's bulky as shit. It's covered in trichomes. It smells like orange juice concentrate almost, which is super
Ooh.
weird. Like that sour, sweet smell,
Mhm.
kind of.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
gonna say like really sweet orange juice, but yeah,
Mm.
Yeah, like the cans.
it's
that
almost
you-
like yeah, like but it's
Yep.
gone kind of like alcoholic almost, like it's like
Almost,
early
yeah, it's got, like,
fermentation.
that-
Yeah,
fermenty smell. It's very weird,
Mhm,
and I'm
that's-
very excited to get
how
that.
cool. That's
That
that's gonna
finished
be some
up.
great smoke.
So
I'm jealous.
I know where you could get some.
Yeah. I just got to make another trip out. It's well worth it. Having met you and your beautiful wife, it was an absolute pleasure. You definitely saved the night from my other company of howling and Utah. Just would not stop talking my ear off.
About how much. you love
Sorry for being
growing.
social.
Oh yeah, right. Like you
How
guys have
dare
said
you.
15 words tonight. I'm just kidding. No, I'm really excited for that. That tent's been one of my favorite to creep on, especially the fucking sea of green is a wonderful kind of addition to it. Did you think you'd like it as much as you did when you spread those seeds?
I actually was nervous I was going to suck and I was going to be pissed that I did it. to be super honest
Oh,
about
yeah.
And
it.
that's a really long burn too, dude. Because it would
Oh,
be
yeah.
weeks,
Yeah,
and weeks
like,
before
wow,
you'd
I'm
be like,
stuck with
"Man,
this
I
for
really did." Yeah,
shit.
damn, dude.
65, 70 days. Like,
Yeah. What was I thinking?
but no, it's been pretty fun. I would probably do it again, but maybe start with 10 seeds and see where that goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've done the max. Now it's time to bring it down so you can
Dial
do
it
more
back a
studies.
little
Yeah,
bit.
exactly. You've hit
Little
the upper
control.
echelon, and you're like, shit, that's pure chaos. Let's see what I can do with a little controlled chaos.
Yeah. Well, speaking of controlled chaos, I just started 7 seeds. But it's okay because 5 are regs, so who knows?
Go on.
But I've got the 5 regs are Badger's Afghan. Supposed to smell like Tootsie Rolls. Very excited for that. And then I did 2 seeds of associations, Bubblegum Queen and Double Bubble Cross.
Got it.
Oh shit, yeah.
Because I wanted some bubblegum stuff, and he had some bubblegum stuff, so here we go. It's one of the few profiles I've not ever had.
Yeah.
It's not.
Janik just brought one his down not too long ago too.
Yeah,
Look good.
that's actually one of the ones I think that got me wanting to give it a
Oh,
shot.
Yeah.
Shout out Association. He always
yeah,
jokes that
absolutely.
he sponsors the podcast because of all the cannabis he has given me.
Well, I mean, probably it counts, right?
Yeah, I was going to say at this rate. Also,
rather have
just
that than
so
money most times.
Just to interject, just so there are several people who I love very dearly have said, "Why isn't Association been on the podcast yet?" and been like mad at me for not inviting him. Motherfucker does not want to come on the podcast yet. Just he will pick when he finally wants to come on. I ask him every time I see him, and I see him a lot.
You should do a live recording sometime when you up there helping him out with something.
You know, he's like a vampire. Every time you bust out a camera, he just disappears. It's fucking wild. No reflection.
You just buy a body cam and ambush him.
Well, you know, you could always do a special.
Why did Association stop inviting
only.
me back? Exactly. No, the time will be right, as he likes to put it, and he'll come on and shit talk me for an hour and a half about every wrong piece of advice we've ever given.
He's just waiting to fill that notebook.
Yeah, the motherfucker has a big notebook too. I've seen it. No, but his Bubblegum Queen and Double Bubble is definitely something that I'd like to. I've smoked it. It's fantastic, but it's something I got to grow.
I'm excited. I'm gonna grow it in the mini greenhouse that I bought for starting my outdoor plants, but it's too cold to put that out yet, so that's just in the basement.
Nice.
So I've got probably 4 or 5 weeks to go.
Yeah.
So it'll get a nice little veg and probably get really good and stretchy because it's in a transparent-ish thing in the basement. But I'll throw a little light in there and get something on it, so it's
there you go.
Not too crazy, but so yeah.
Giving it a nice head start. I can't wait. It's gonna be fun.
I figure I'm too impatient to veg properly, so giving it a little head start, maybe I can actually build some head stash.
Our constant struggle, my friend.
Yep.
And I don't only fighting half the battle you are. You got a better half.
Yeah, and we go through it. If we've got it, we're smoking it. You know.
Yep. Yeah, we all envy Howling's vaults. But someday. One day we'll break into it, and then he'll have to return to growing.
No. I need that to last at least another 5 years.
There's no way. 13 years worth in there.
And he's got another 25 years of seed stocks he's sitting on.
He's got 3 weekends with me hanging around left.
Well,
we need to extend that to at least 4, because if I'm coming out there again, I'm going to make it damn near worth my while.
Well, don't you have another 6 years curing right now from that moon diamonds?
Oh, geez, that was a lot of plant. It didn't seem like it. And,
that didn't seem like it.
Well, then I realized
your eyes need to get checked, homeboy.
When I chopped it down, I'm like, oh, that wasn't so bad. And then I have to. I'd never realized, like, well, this is one plant taking up my whole dry tent instead of 4 plants that usually do, and that still didn't like click until recently. And then I was putting all the branches in a tote, and I'm like, fuck, I need a second tote. Like, what the hell is this?
Jesus.
So
It
that
was
one's gonna be a
after he
fun
weighed
one to
out the
bag up.
7th pound. He's like, I think this plant might have been pretty big.
I'm
Dude.
gonna guess it's 1.5 pounds.
Honestly, that's
Yeah.
probably one of few plants I've ever been curious about the weight when it was still fresh cut, because it just
Yeah.
looked fucking huge.
It was pretty damn big. I was cutting off sections of it, and I'm like, well, there's a whole plant, and there's a whole plant. It's kind of. I have to learn. I do not. I mean, I only vegged not even 8 weeks, which is
Well, it's not
terrible
just the
for someone growing
vegging.
photos.
You
It's nothing.
you did a fantastic job training that plant out. It wasn't
Yeah.
just vegging. You give me that plant, that tent, and the same veg time, and it ain't looking anything like that motherfucker. As
not
evidenced
anywhere
by what
near
I've
those
got
balls.
going on my tent.
The training was fun. I mean, I kept on.
Yeah.
I think
You
it was
did a
like
good
2
job.
different times I bought more clips. I'm like, shit, I'm running out, and I was super.
Don't those come
scared.
42 a pack?
Dude,
20.
at like
20?
Oh, there's so many in
$150
that
a
plant.
pack.
Oh my god,
They're not
God
that much,
damn.
but I looked at procuring some and I saw the price and I said,
they're
ain't
worth every
nothing
penny.
worth
They're
no-
worth it.
I like
paying that much for
But
plastic.
you rarely ever have a need for it. I mean, maybe one clip just to get to the top or something to not go in the light. But like what you're doing right now is not something you typically do.
No, and I wouldn't
So-
normally train at all. I would lean more to scrogging. But I also had one plant that's going to be small and bushy, and the haze was almost double her size at the same, like they both vegged the same time. They both went solo cup into transplant, so I had to do something. So you're right. If I would have bought a pack of 20, I would have used 2 and then had
you would have lost
fucking 18.
You would have lost those 18 before you ever needed them again.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
That's what happened to me.
When it comes to even like any of my autos that I have, any of the tangy crosses that I run for Alabria or anything that get close to the light, I don't do anything about it until it's too late. I never think ahead. That would be helpful. And shit.
I did. I mean, the tangy I grew, I had to. I think I used like 5 of them at the top cola, and it still went through the
Just
light.
over
It's
and
like,
over.
Fuck off! I did. I had
did.
it actually curving like an S just to try to slow it down, and eventually I just said,
keep
I'm
going
done.
and just
go.
I have noticed something about myself when it comes to that. I always have to super crop super late and be like, ah, shit, it's there. I'm super cropping. Usually I have pretty good success. The last time I broke off an inch or 2, whatever. But what I have noticed is I will have in my mind a plan as I go in there to bend it, and I'm going to get it going this way. I'm going to train it up this way. And almost every time I forget and do the opposite, because I'll start to bend it and I'm like, oh shit, I'm bending it. Well, I've done too much now. I'm just going to fucking finish. So the fact that you can think ahead is what amazes me, Howling, because you will start putting clips in places and I'll look at it and be like, what the fuck is he doing? And then at the end, the entire tent is filled. And I'm just like, oh yeah, that's quite impressive.
So I recall early on in that grow, you were saying, I don't think this is going to fill the tent.
I was
how many
worried.
times?
I was worried, and that's when I started putting on some to kind of spread her out a little bit. I'm like, I'm looking at this big ass pot, and the plant's not getting to the edges of the pot, and I was like, shit. But yeah, she fooled me.
She said, oh, you wanted me to stretch.
Yeah, she would have been a really good one if I had the under canopy lighting. That would have worked out really well in there. But at the time, the set that I have was currently trying to get as much light to the tangy that I had in that 1 gallon, because she was 6 feet tall, and how do you get enough light around that plant? So I prioritized. I had to get tangy going, which is now like
plant
my
was so
wife's
crazy.
favorite rosin ever.
Yeah.
I still can't believe she smoked it. I thought Hollow was the one, but then she smoked tangy, and she's like, what is this? Where am I? Like, she forgot, like it was done. So it was worth it. That means I need at least 6 weeks for me to, or not 6 weeks, 6 months before I'll even touch it.
Touch it.
Yeah.
just age it, let it just ripen and marinate in there.
Yep. I bought little 1 ounce Grove bags for my own personal stash. And yeah, I packed one of those. It's going away in a corner. I'll find it just like with peach limon. I'll find it
I was gonna
somewhere down
say,
the
yep.
line and it'll be
And
great.
You'll be bragging about it every night, and I'm going. I have to tell myself, it's not the
citrus and
same
meat.
stuff you grow.
It's like it's such a weird smell.
That sounds
to it.
fantastic. What kind of meat? Like a
No.
carne asada or like
No,
lime on a
like
carne
a
asada?
salami, maybe chorizo. I find
sounds
that like
pretty
half the
fucking
things
good.
I grow of his
It
have
does.
some meat component to it, and it's just I mean, or that's just what I
I've-
pick out of it.
I've not picked up meat once on any of it, but I
Or
also
it's
I
my
don't know if I would
grandfather's
recognize
breath
it.
after he ate salami. Maybe that's what
Okay.
it is.
Yeah, it's
I've
like an
had, like-
uber savory umami type
Yeah.
of like it's
I
just
say
like
I've had super umami stuff, but I don't know if I'd ever
Yeah.
like equate it to a specific kind of meat, but like savory like
Yeah.
meat would be.
I
So
could
I
get-
get it, I
yeah.
think.
I get
The
that.
Tangy
That
Wedding
makes
I
more
grew
sense
was
to me.
fruity, umami, weird.
Mm-hmm.
Tangy Wedding was a good plant too. BGG really knocked it out of the park with that one.
I probably
grew
need to
that one.
revisit that.
And obviously his Froggetful Wedding.
I mean,
That was-
guy has good taste. I mean, such good taste. There's another wolf strain coming out soon.
Tell us
Speaking of
more.
which,
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
that come?
Tell
Yeah,
us
there
more.
you go.
Oh yeah, the
Finally.
Scarlet Howl.
That's this Friday, right?
Look at
Yeah.
that.
So
Yeah,
if
it's
you're
fu- it's
listening to this
awesome.
2
It's-
days ago,
Yeah, you
What's
better
up?
get
Yeah,
it if
you
you're
missed
sitting
it.
left.
we missed
Yeah,
it.
well,
Oh, that's
by
right.
now.
Shit. I keep on forgetting when this is recorded. Sorry, you all didn't get it,
You
but
missed
I
it.
did.
Root beer sauce is coming out too, and it's the official drop. I hope I
Yeah.
scored a pack. If not,
I'm gonna try to snag
someone
one. That sounds
should
real
just
good.
go ahead and send Yags. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't ask for handouts. I could just ask BGG. I think I'm planting some of his George's root beer here soon.
That's actually not George, but I do need to find where I put blueberry sauce because that needs to also
Ooh.
get
Oh,
started.
that's such a
here.
good one.
I'm gonna narrow down to one of each of these, and flour all 3 of them.
Hell
Probably.
yeah.
Probably a poor decision space wise, but
Blueberry sauce got
Oh.
big on me. That's the one that
Oh,
tore off half
really?
of her. She dropped and it like ripped half the plant off.
all right, maybe
Oh,
I'll start
that's
her
right.
a little later.
They
Give these guys a
Dude,
little
they
head
were-
She
they were
was
start.
big.
pretty.
2 of them filled
Um,
the 4x4. They're big.
Association said the bubblegum one's kind of a slower starter. That's why I am giving it such a head start. But the Afghan's getting a head start because I just want it.
You know, not
Fair
everyone's perfect. No, I'm just kidding. It is Badgers.
That's one of those old
I-
school ones my dad's always
Yeah.
talked about too. So
Yeah.
like, if I can get him some, that's why I got the chocolate tie as well. Like, I don't have like a chase strain of my own because I haven't really been into it that long. But
Mhm.
mhm,
my dad was there in the 60s and 70s, you know. So he's like,
exactly. So
oh, we used to
he's
have
throwing
this and
names.
get this and find this, and it's like, I might be able to find some of that shit. So it's been fun to chase the stuff he talks about instead, you
It-
know, because
I totally understand that. One of the joys I get in life is my Uncle Wayne always grows on his patio in the
hell
summer.
yeah.
And so he needs seeds. And so he was asking for a particular strain not too long ago. And I was like, oh shit, it's right here. And I handed it to him. And like,
Cool.
that's just a joy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it was
I got
happenstance and luck, but yeah, exactly. It's like, oh shit. Yeah. Meeting someone's strain request is always a kind of a goal. I would be remiss to say that we forgot to mention that Daz is also doing a drop.
Oh shit,
So
yeah.
as
Valentine's
if
Day
you
drop, right?
you'll also have missed that.
Bananarama.
Yeah, you'll also have missed that if
Bananarama.
you listen now and didn't. But holy shit, I just got to talk a little bit about what I want, so that you guys can all buy it.
Let me
for
talk about
It's-
all the narrow. Okay,
It's
fine,
not
go.
my birthday, but it's always nice to have a gift from friends, right, guys? No, I'm just kidding. But the Queen's Banner banana, the Queen banana,
banana.
banana,
Banana.
Queen's banana, and then
Such a fun
the
name.
Mango Isle banana. Holy! Anyhow,
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't go on, but I think
Ooh.
everyone should check it. Do you guys have any particular thing from either drop that you are fancying?
gonna try to get both.
Scarlet
of the
Howl sounds
DGG one.
fantastic too. Yeah,
I
was
never
gonna say.
have luck on night owl drops unless it's like a huge one. I always hit the loading screen and get kicked out and cart
I've
sniped.
had the worst luck.
I don't even try.
We've talked about it, but I lost Strawberry Milk and Cookies, the original, on both drops from my cart both times, and I was just like, "Fuck my luck!" Like, it's just. But I've also almost ruined my partner's birthday because we were sitting at a table and it was the drop, the Queen, Cosmic Queen drop, and I was like, "I gotta go to the bathroom." She's like, "Again?" And I was like, "Because we were at one of those hibachi table places, you know, like it was my first time at one." And we were with her whole family, and it was right at drop time. So I was like, I gotta go to the bathroom. And then like it kept taking time and they were reloading it. And so I went to the bathroom like 10 times. Her parents must have been. But I was like, I gotta get this. This is my
Is he okay?
Yeah. So
I will say the last round, the last time the last drop that I got in on, I got through pretty quickly.
I think it's been getting better. So I'll probably
it gets
still
better
give it a
every time.
shot.
It gets better every time. So
I just also often forget.
Yeah. And you know what? He's been doing an awesome job of the amount, because sometimes I'll go back like 3 or 4 hours later because I'm like, oh shit, maybe I want to get that, or I'm looking at it again or whatever, and I'm like, oh, they're still available. So maybe that's part of it too, is that everyone does jump on those first 5-7 minutes, present company fucking included, in the same way. I've done it since the beginning.
Well, it's just a habit from
I don't know
how it used to be, and
maybe it's a little dopamine hit that I get from it, but it's also like a little bit of, it's definitely a larger dose of anxiety than it is dopamine. But when I do get it, fuck man, it feels really good.
It does feel nice.
Yeah, so I mean, don't be totally scared off of it if anyone's listening to.
Is that Friday or is that on Valentine's Day?
13, so Friday.
Cool.
Yeah, but he isn't it like 9 o'clock at night? He starts in like
like 9:20, I think, something like that.
Yeah, check the timing. Don't listen to my dumbass for it.
Yeah, I think he's also releasing some of the photos that he had for testers.
Ooh.
So I think he's actually releasing those. I think I saw in the Discord. So that'll be
he's doing he's doing those photos, and he's doing fast photos.
And
I believe the fem photos, and then the fast photos. And also, don't worry about the time, Stoney, because again, this episode is after that, so you are only hearing us bitch about either getting it or not getting it. At the end of the day, like,
it's the intention, it's the thought.
I don't need any more seeds. I really don't.
I don't either. I do want
both those
dudes.
I really appreciate.
Yeah,
and it's that night owls, all of that shit. Like, I literally, in each category, I'm like, I want to get that. That sour Durban sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Someone needs to get that and get a cut. That's what how about that? Too tall? I'm gonna spend your money. You go.
Yeah, sure. Might as well.
Okay.
I don't got kids.
Yeah, good point.
Well, neither do I, though, dude.
You find the cut and then sell it to Rev.
Yes.
Yeah. Like double the seed
$1
price just to be like, you
million.
dumb shit. That would be very California.
Cuts on Facebook for $150.
Just give me one of them machines. Call it even.
I have this argument with several friends about like how much they'd willingly pay for a cut, and I absolutely understand from a breeding perspective, and if you are a business and blah blah blah, like that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about specifically the home grower. If you're paying thousands of dollars for a cut just for your own home, like, unless it's the only medicine on the planet that works, and then you're just getting ripped off. Like, it's so tough, man. Because you hear these people that are getting these fire cuts, they paid $500, and you're like, what are you doing with it? You're just going to grow it for yourself at home, and it was just a hype cut? Like, I guess you're selling and shit, but just home growers, right? Like, it just seems strange. You'll never catch me. I don't think I'll ever pay for a cut.
And some of those hype cuts, they don't like, some of them grow all fucked up. Like, I think like Skittles or Z or whatever, I think it just like gets super gnarly, and it's like real, like, just
you know how many
up, and you have to
fucking cuts there are.
Yeah.
Too? My fucking God. How many of our strains that we like not come from a misnamed strain or misnamed cut, right? Like, it just happens. So you're essentially paying one fraudster to fucking tell you something. Like, I will tell you anything you want for any price, baby. I am cheap. Give me $20. I'll whisper in your ear all night what you want to hear.
Anything.
Yeah, and when you have those plants that are like super fucked up like that, for the home grower, doesn't seem like it would be feasible where at scale where you have that volume to be able to, you know, get the flower, get the extraction, get all that, where if you're just growing one plant. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well,
and if you're breeding for a specific thing, and it's, sorry, Stoney, I will interrupt you one last time. But if you're like breeding, and I can kind of see it, right? But I still almost always lean to like, I like when a breeder is finding new shit and not paying a ton of money for a cut. Like, if they get a cut from a friend and it turns out to be a great cut, that's amazing. But if they're like, I bought this $7,000 cut and smashed it to this $7,000 cut, I'm not really interested in recouping your cost on seed purchases personally. Like, I'm just like, okay, cool, man, I'm gonna go find something else. I have a quick and terrible attention span. I'm not going to have FOMO for a long time. I'm just going to go, oh shit, next day, other shit's going to come up, right? So like, I'll just find something else that I want to run. And that's just an ignorant home grower take, but that is what this is. This is an ignorant home grower, right?
Well, I mean, to that point, I'm curious too. When these, you know, when you're buying clones and that sort of stuff offline and that sort of thing, like, to me, I mean, when you, like, you never know exactly how many clones you're going to get off of a plant until that day of it. So if you're selling them, are you just kind of going in, and if you sell a bunch of them, are, you know, who's cutting the clones, you know, and are they watching for the most prime and optimum one, or, you know, are they the ones doing the mothering of it? And there's a lot to be said with that. And so I don't know, I'm curious, like, when people do get clones and they are shipped, are they typically really good, solid clones? Or are you looking at one that you're just kind of like, man, this is a little sketched out, like a little thin and wispy, and, you know?
I mean, if I'm going to pay that much for a clone, it better have roots. You know?
Oh yeah,
right?
Oh yeah, if you're giving me a fucking, you're right. But see, here's the thing too: is like, just especially if you don't have a strong IPM program, and or like, I mean, including a fucking separate tent so that you can actually quarantine. It. You're just inviting your own damn issues on top of everything. But having said that, that's true of taking in your friend's cut. So it's not really fair to be like, it could happen with any cut. It's just, when there's an unregulated market that's entirely driven by hype, there's going to be fucking people ripping each other off. Right.
Well,
it's bound to happen. I mean, even if people counterfeit money, they're going to counterfeit anything.
Oh yeah.
Even if you've got a great expression on a plant, and you send a clone that, you know, wasn't the greatest, most viable clone, or that will still express that way. It'll still be weak, and it won't give the true name. So if you're, I don't know, to me, to spend that much money on a clone, it just leaves so much more to chance.
Such a dice roll, yeah.
Right.
Everybody's environment is different. Everyone grows in a different style. So no matter what you do, it might be just so close, but it might not be the exact same thing that you're trying to get.
And unfortunately, it may be where things need to go in the future with the way the bills have rolled out, and that may be at least a short-term gap to ship, but it's gonna, you know, and they've come really far. I mean, I've seen these little shippers that have little LEDs that sit in them, and they're little nice tubes, and so I can imagine there's packaging systems that would be able to do it, but I don't know, man, just the guarantee of shipping a live plant and seasonality, and there's just a lot more to it, you know?
At what point does it just become like the exotic plants where we're just getting tissue cultures, you know, like.
Right. Yeah, at this point,
that's gonna suck because I'm gonna be real bad at that. But
honestly, I think sadly, I think that's probably where I think it's gonna go if it continues the path of clones, because a clone is still a part of the plant that's been produced. But when you take it down to a cellular level, I think that's if that's the closest we get to gray areas, we're all going to be plating agar. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well,
we'll figure it out.
I can assure you,
I'll get good at it.
My fucking clumsy ass is never ever going to be doing that. So I will proudly bear the responsibility of having illegal seeds because I am not fucking coordinated enough to do that kind of shit. If that's what sends me away, that's what'll do it. But goddamn, if you expect me to keep shit clean too.
Yeah, I think if it gets that bad, I'll probably just start making my own.
Yeah, again.
Yeah.
You know, like.
So you had good experience, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Sugar cookies. Much like the chocolate tie, I had some auto regs, and I tossed 2 of those Alebrije sugar cookies F2 in an auto pot together, and both sprouted. And come time that they started to show, they were one male, one female, and I said, "What if I just keep them?" And about 3 or 4 specific people egged me on, and we got seeds. It was fun. What I should have considered was that was supposed to have been head stash, and smoking through seeded weed sucks. but it was really fun experience, and it was cool.
That is fantastic, and it's really cool because there's been quite a few of you guys that have done sugar cookies specifically. There's like a little community.
Yeah,
bunch of us ended up doing it. I think Ganic had some going. And I'm blanking, but I think there was at least 1 or 2 others that were.
Oh yeah, I'm also blanking, but it's okay. We're 41 minutes into a podcast. We're all our memories are shy. Yeah, it was a cool turning point because Alebrije, on one of our very early episodes, we were talking about reg seeds and how he always wanted to release regs and stuff like that, and he had hoped people would make seeds with him. And so it's awesome that now, flash 3 years, people are making seeds with his regs, and it wasn't just a one-off in our community; it was several at the same time.
It's all over the place,
yeah, and it's a cool little community you can be in. I can say I can feel your pain about the head stash, except for I chose a different route. I was like, I'm going to secure my head stash before I do a project, but I like the spontaneousness of yours. It's more exciting.
Yeah,
I like the way you roll.
I lead with chaos, I think.
That's a fantastic way to lead.
It goes well most of the time.
Yeah.
So
it turned out so far.
Yeah.
You've only slowly ruined your life to a point you're appearing on this podcast, but it's only up from here. I think it was wonderful.
Yeah, I'll probably always have something dumb going on in my garden, whether it's indoor or outdoor, but always something ridiculous going on. Because why not?
You know, I'm going to use this to transition to what Stoney's original point, or not point, but one of his little bullets on his list. Your outdoor garden was one of, if not the most productive fucking pepper patch. If your name wasn't Green Velvet, it should have been Peter.
Yeah, no shit.
But it was phenomenal. Why don't, before I do some identification of peppers for Stoney's half, why don't you fucking tell us the pepper patch that you had to pick?
Yeah, so I think I ended up transplanting around 45 into my garden, which is about like a 15 by 20 foot plot. I had 2 feet between everything because last year I had read somewhere that like peppers don't really need to be that far apart. They're happy being close. They like holding hands. But it was a nightmare to deal with all that. So
the peppers were fine. The farmer was not.
Miserable. So last year I thought, well, I'll put 2 feet between every plant in both direct, side to side, front to back. So I'll have plenty of room to get around them and pick peppers. And unfortunately, I also decided to get 2 yards of compost delivered and spread almost all of that over the top of the garden very early spring last year. And that was very good for these peppers.
As Stoney likes to say, you set the buffet for the peppers.
I did. Because I spread it out and then I covered it with a tarp for about 2 months.
Oh,
So
yeah.
It too,
marinated in there real good. And
Getting all soupy.
yeah, we had a really good rain year, so I never really had to water. All that compost sitting on top kind of acted like a mulch for it to hold the moisture in. And I ended up having pepper plants grow into each other almost worse than the year before when they were 18 inches apart. Um, I had a ghost pepper plant that was 6 feet tall.
Oof.
It's the skeleton of it is still out in the yard. I haven't done anything with that yet, so it's still it's like a graveyard of dead pepper plants out there, and it looks weird because pepper plants aren't supposed to be that tall. I guess in my head,
yeah.
like they're supposed to be 3 feet up to my waist and not taller than me. And
you did phenomenal. It was crazy how good you did. Bravo. But
thank you.
What was your? Do you remember everything that you planted? You planted a lot.
I planted a lot. I probably do remember everything. Actually,
I sure hope so, because I took pictures of them when they were fresh.
Yeah,
because I knew that my stoned ass would do this, and I would be like, someday, man, I'm gonna need to fucking find.
I'm gonna need to remember.
And I'm going to need to remember, so I'm going to take a picture. And they literally sat on that same plate.
Really?
Underneath my counter, like just drying out and waiting, dude. So they are ready to harvest and pull apart. And I'm going to plant a couple this year. So
I'll remember. I got you.
Okay.
I had 3 7-pot primos. I had 3 red savinas, which I meant to dig up and overwinter, but at a certain point, I just kind of got sick of going out there.
Yeah.
And I forgot before the first frost, but I'll just plant them again. So, but then I had like 8 or 9 different ghost pepper plants, blood ghost, gold ghost, white ghost, peach ghost, orange Copenhagen. And that might have been it. It might have just been the 5. I had lemon spice jalapenos, jalapeno Megatron, which were like 5-inch long jalapenos. It was insane.
I had one of those. Yeah.
Yep. I had behind those poblanos and cayennes. The cayennes went insane early on and probably would have been the biggest plant, but I absolutely had to cut them down because they were growing out more than they were growing up. And they were like going through the ghost pepper and the poblano, so I had to trim it back a little bit to kind of keep things movable for me. But I had those. I had 2 different kinds of poblano. I do not remember what the differences were. It was very minimal, if anything. And then I had a shit ton of ahi limon, ahi mangoes. 3 or 4 of each, and they both grew like a little bush, about 3 or 4 feet tall and 2.5 feet wide. It was crazy. Some Sugar Rush peaches that I think I'm done growing.
Never again.
Honest. Yeah, I don't have, like, it's worse than waiting for the tie to finish to get those things to ripen. Like, I'm good. I'll stick with the ahi mango, ahi limon. It's fruity enough. They're good if you have the patience. I just don't.
As one of Herb's close friends, I have to say, how dare... No, I'm just kidding. I completely agree. I literally still... All my pepper plants are still alive, right?
Fuck you,
I have 3 sugar... I have 3 Sugar Rush peach plants. One that I've overwintered for 2 years. Like, I haven't even really had a winter, right? One of them, perfectly healthy plant. Chopped the last one. I've let it fucking die. Just refuse to water it because I just want the pot back. Like, I'm not going to kill it. I just want the pot back, right? Like, I'm not going to chop a healthy plant. So now that it's extremely dead, I was finally able to chop it. And I don't think, as much as I love Herb, the dude, not the medicine, I will never need to grow another Sugar Rush peach in my life. I still have a freezer full of this year's harvest that I need to do something with. and I've got plenty. But yeah, it was a fantastic hot sauce. It fermented well. It was wonderful.
Oh, I bet.
But I've got
they last so long that the ground squirrels start to get ballsy and they climb the plant and start eating it. Like, it's just not spicy enough, I guess, that they'll eat it, because they'll just eat like half the bottom of a pepper off it, and it just pisses me clean off.
Yeah, they're some of the worst.
Last time it happened, I broke a couple ghosts apart and shoved them in the hole and covered it back up with dirt. Eat
Take
these,
that, you little son of a bitches.
I know that there are people that love squirrels dearly, but I think it is the only time I love nature. I would eliminate squirrels and fucking ants in a heartbeat. I don't give a flying fuck. I'm deathly allergic to bees. I'm supposed to carry an EpiPen and shit. I get stung by one of them, it's over. However, they can stay.
Done.
Squirrels, on the other hand, those motherfuckers should die immediately. God damn, they've ruined my entire garden. Like, dude, every time I plant something, like, here's what happens. I forget about the damage the squirrels have done to my plant. I go, I'm going to reestablish my garden. I'm going to do this. I plant, get everything looking nice. 2 or 3 weeks pass by. A squirrel has dug everything up, eaten. It ate all of the leaves of my lemon tree. I've had this lemon tree for 4 years, growing it from a baby, up potting it, doing everything right. It ate all the leaves.
What?
Just all the leaves, and all it left me with was one lemon that I had to remove the lemon because I wanted the leaf. You know, the tree has since grown a few leaves back, because luckily it was not cold enough. But yeah, who the fuck, those bastards? Anyhow, they've destroyed aloe plants, and you know, I've tried to do everything within my power to destroy them without getting arrested. And in Southern California, that does not leave me very many options.
Very few.
Yeah, I would love to spend the morning sitting out there with a pistol, but I do not think I would last very long. Yeah, exactly.
I still say mini electric fence.
You know what?
You can make it you can make it not obtrusive.
Wire.
Yeah, just like get a little chicken wire, wrap the inside of the pot, just hook either end.
Ooh, yeah, just electrify some chicken wire and no one will ever know.
Exactly.
The massive mega corporation that is my landlord. How do you think they'll do like that?
Probably not gonna. I've been there. But they're probably not gonna let that one fly. Bro.
No, yeah. Stoney's seen my place. He knows the suburban hell that I live in. He's like, I don't think his million neighbors would appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure his neighbors are gonna love an electrified chicken.
When they come around for the inspection, you just unhook the battery, you tuck it in the closet. No harm, no foul.
I live in a fishbowl. Every day is an inspection. It's Southern California. But yes, in a dream scenario. This is why I fantasize about what you guys call land.
I have this thing called a yard.
Yeah, I heard that and I wept. Yes, but we did have a point. I interrupted on the peppers. You were going on it by the Sugar Rush Peach. Stoney is very much waiting for this information, and I am ruining it.
Well, I need to know
when everything.
That's the key thing, I guess. If I can walk away from here, like, when did you start it? Like, because I'm gonna be starting a lot of my like ornamental flowers and that sort of stuff the first or second week in March. So,
that's
curious.
About when I started them last year, either very end of February, very beginning of March, something like that. I did not have the space that I needed for the amount of peppers that I started, which is why I got this little greenhouse. Because I can't just have them like on the counter because I have cats and my cats are assholes. And if there is a plant, there will not be a plant if it's somewhere that specifically one of them can get to. He's not in here, but if he was, I'd show you. He's also obsessed with the leaves. Like when I defoliate, I'll slide him one or two here and there.
Sure.
He is a monster. He's like a fiend for him. He'll scream. It's actually a bad idea because now he wants to get in the tent because he knows that's where they come from.
Yeah.
So I have to. That's probably why sometimes I get too lazy to water because in between filling the cans, I have to zip it back up and then come back and unzip it to do it, because I can't just like let it hang there, because he'll just go in and eat a
This
plant.
jackass will go eat a plant.
Very funny.
Yeah, he's a little asshole, but he's my little asshole. But yeah, I think right around end of February, I'm going to try to start mine here this weekend, probably.
And you just solo cupped them until it was time to take them outside, or?
No, that was actually the problem. Is I think I started 70 and kept 40 last year, something around there, and I only had them in a 2x2 tent, so they were in like the little seed starting cell trays for probably 3 weeks longer than they needed to be. So they got kind of root bound and stunted a little bit before I got them transplanted into not solos, but solo size cells that were maybe like a 2x2 square. And they got a little time to bounce back before I put them out, but I was also able to put them out super early last year with how warm it got so fast. One of the local universities here tracks soil temperature in every county, and they report it like every morning.
Oh, wow.
So I was monitoring that and just about every week checking like how it had been. And once I got to a point where it had been steadily above 60 degrees soil temp for a whole week, I went for it. And it paid off because they got monstrous.
Nice.
So this year I'm going to do 35 in the garden and a few in pots, and probably still end up with the same problem because I'm starting them sooner. What are you going to do?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm tossing around. I think I've got a couple spots where I was just going to do a couple. And just do them right into the ground and then let them just go. Let them get big, because I got the one spot that I think the sun will just travel all day.
Yeah. That's the thing with my yard too, is they're all in that perfect spot where they get probably 16 hours minimum.
Yeah, because that's where my key is. I've got so much like partial shade because of the big trees and that sort of stuff there. That back corner off the backyard, not far from the fire pit, is the one area where I'm going to get the most full sunshine.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, or I've got this giant field on the side of me, but I can't. I don't know if I want to start cutting it up yet, man. It's like if you can't cut up something small, you'd have to do something big in there. And I got enough work on my hands right now, but it's not out of my mind. But this time I'm only going to do like 3 or 4 peppers, and then I thought I'd do a couple in pots too, that I can kind of move around the garden as I need to and just kind of see where they go.
I think I'm going to do a couple in earth boxes outside. See how that goes.
Yeah, I've got that table that I keep. It's like a little planter's table. It's got a junior earth box, and I'm trying to figure out what's going to go in that one this year. I think I'll probably do some outdoors plants. Maybe nothing big, nothing major, but I might actually tuck one into the ground. I got some great crosses of Alabrige with gnome genetics. Like some of his old schools with the cross of the dogathons. So I thought it'd be really cool to see what those do on the outside. Can you imagine what that thing can be? But
yes, and I hope you do this.
Yeah, right.
Something subtle. Plant this.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Yeah. I like the way you think. No, that's wonderful. I had to ask on the pepper plant patch that you picked. Did you pickle them? But more importantly, what was your favorite that you had? Did you have a king pepper?
I did not pickle them, but the red Savina far and away was the absolute stunner from that crop. I've had like habaneros, but like the red Savina really is special. So that'll be a staple, I think, for me moving forward.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to keep the ahi mango, ahi limons going, just in case. You never know when someone's going to need them. And then probably set really close second place on that might be the Blood Ghost, just because it was so cool. It was the like purple that ripened to like a weird neon red.
I saw your beautiful peppers. I just wouldn't want to handle half of them.
There was one that was particularly spiky, like it looked like a little alien.
That's the 7-pot Primo, I think, the red one.
Yes.
With like a terrifying like stinger tail on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the hottest one of the bunch.
Why do you want to eat things that hurt you?
At this point, they're ornamental. Like, you know, like I would
they're just
I'll
cool.
make a sauce for a couple, but
I did use, I have it written down somewhere. I used like 40 grams of it in a hot sauce with a shit ton of peaches.
And it still made it like barely acceptable in life.
Honestly, it's still sealed in the jar because I'm scared to try it. It's like it smells hot.
Yeah.
I'll volunteer as tribute.
Hot.
You're crazy, man.
You coming to Hash Bash?
No.
Fuck. I would say I'll bring it.
I'm gonna need a report from you, Green Velvet, when you get back from Hash Bash. We get some live reporting from your.
After I've had about a week to recover from it. I will
yeah. Not immediately. Come on. When would we ever have the mental fortitude to put together something immediately?
But what you need to do is walk around with an actual like tape recorder, like personal recorder, like that you pop the little tiny cassette tapes into.
Cannabis events, people want to talk into recorders. Just random people with recorders.
You just record your musings of just everything that's going on. Wild everything is.
Yeah.
Everything is fuzzy.
I'm spinning.
Now I am floating.
Exactly.
Why am I home?
I actually might do that. That sounds really fun.
That does really sound fun. I actually would love to play that tape. That would be hilarious.
It sounds like something I would definitely forget to do in the moment.
Oh, of course. That's what I'm saying. Test one.
To do it, it's gonna be funny.
I love it.
What are the details of Hash Bash? And we know we've got folks listening and watching that have heard about it before. When is that?
It's the first weekend of April, which this year is Easter weekend.
Got it.
So
where is it?
Holy Hash Bash.
A very happy Easter to you too. It's in Ann Arbor, Michigan.
Awesome.
This will be our first year because of how much we've heard about it from different folks in the community over the last couple of years. So we're super looking forward to it. My wife is a huge Eminem fan, so we're going to swing into Detroit and go to Mom's Spaghetti and
Badger. He'll be at Hash Bash.
Badger will be there. Still going to bother
say hi to What Up Doe Grow. What Up Doe Grow. I still can't say that.
What Up Doe Grow.
There you go.
So it's just like a big open.
It's like it's a celebration, I guess, of like the cannabis movement and how it's progressed in the state of Michigan. Which is like a super cool concept for me here in Prohibition land. Like, what? This is sick as shit. And I guess it's like been going since the 70s or some nonsense like that. So to be able to go, like, we kind of got hooked on these like cannabis community events with the Alabrije thing. And so when I told my wife about this, she was like, "When is it? Should we go?" Like, yes, we should. That's why I brought it up. And so
that'd be awesome.
So we got our maps whenever they went on, like last week, I think, which is like a scavenger hunt map, and you go to a bunch of different businesses, and samples, I guess, coming out your ears by the time you're done with that. So that'll be exciting.
So cool.
Who doesn't love a little bit of free smoke?
Got to find a Zingerman's. Great restaurant, great food places up there. Look for Zingerman's, but in Ann Arbor. But it's a great festival. I knew there was a big group that went last year as well. And it's only continuing to grow. So
they made it look so awesome. I think the first year that I was in like any of the communities, I saw some posts about it and I was like, oh, that's like a fun little thing they must do. And then the second year I was like, oh, it's a whole thing.
Yeah. It's a whole thing.
Last year I was like, I got to go to this. So I'm really looking forward to it.
It's gonna be cool and be lots of cool things coming up this summer.
It's very true. Now, before I move on to ridiculous questions and the like and the ending and the I get to eat dinner, does anyone have anything that we missed that they wanted to touch on? Stoney, on your list of questions you needed answered, did we get them
that
all?
was good, man. I picked his brain.
Wonderful. Anyone else?
I took a little road trip before the weather got too oppressive and before it kept trying to murder me.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was fun. I decided to hoof it down to Cleveland to go meet up with Laspole at his place, and he was looking for a press, and I happened to be upgrading my pressing setup, so I said, "Hey, I have a press." And he messaged me, he DM'd me, and we were going back and forth, and between the weather and migraines and everything else. Originally, he was supposed to come to me, then I was supposed to go to him for like a couple of weeks in a row, and then just like everything broke, and I'm like, okay, I don't think we're gonna have another opportunity to do this for a while, so I'm doing it now. Yeah. And it was funny, like it was like maybe like 10, 11 degrees in Buffalo, and then when I got there, it was like 25, 27, something like that. So I'm like, ooh, it's a heat wave. I don't have to wear my Carhartt. I could just rock the hoodie all
rolling sleeves up.
Yeah. Yeah. So
my mouth is like a jar.
Yeah. So I just dropped off the press, and I got to sample some of the stuff that he grew, and it was very nice, and gave
He's
a little
very nice man.
Yes, no, he's an awesome dude. It was a fun hang. And we did a little bit of pressing. He had this blackberry something or other. So we just like packed up an eighth and put it in the bag, and was kind of like showing him the process of everything that I do when I would press. And having used that press, like you get the little quirks and the little tips of like, okay.
Idiosyncrasies.
Exactly. And we pressed it, and we sampled it, and it was pretty nice. It'll be really nice when it cures up, but it was a fun trip.
Hell yeah. I had completely forgot. What a wonderful trip, like you said, and also adds to your extensive travel. I think you are the most well-traveled to community events out of anyone that I have met, and it is wonderful.
How far is Cleveland from? How far of a drive did you take?
It was like 3.5, maybe just under. So no, it's not bad. Like
I take the amount of every times positive thing I've ever said about you. That's like a normal drive, you son of a bitch. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, the amount of times that I had to drive to and from Illinois, from Chicago to Buffalo, I just do that thing just like standing on my head. So
yeah,
and
coming up, you had the YAG road trip you did.
Yeah, when I went out to Colorado, and we met up when I was swinging on my way back.
Yeah, didn't you hit a few places on your way through?
Yeah,
he stopped at quite a few places.
Yeah, stopped.
He's underselling it, like, oh, I saw one dude.
It was like 2.
It's only a 22-hour drive to Colorado, so I figured rent a car, let's go, and just puckered butthole the entire time coming back.
Yeah, I imagine.
I just want to remind you how much I love you as a friend. Never let us become enemies.
Because he will drive out there to fuck
I will. 22 hours on his head. I am glad that I'm just a little further than 22 hours so I can get away with the shit I say.
But then I'll get distracted, and I'll try and go up Route 66, and I'll try to find that route to get to you.
End up back in Chicago.
Yeah, and be like, this doesn't
look right.
Oops. The good news is I blend it well. All I got to do is go hang out at a park, and you'll be like, I don't know which one of these motherfuckers it is.
Which one of these transients is that frog?
Transient is far too nice a word for my type. Howling, I'm sure you wanted to follow that up with your road trip to Texas to meet up with someone.
I wish, but no road trips in my future.
Well, that's
I don't know how I just staying in a car for a long period of time just sucks.
I love
Yeah,
driving.
there is no beating around the bush on that one. That one
Driving's
sucks.
so much fun.
We're driving to Hash
I do not
Bash.
like
We drive to
driving.
Colorado all the time. Like
Nice.
I like road trips. I do
my
not like
shit.
driving because traffic brings the worst out of me. And I don't like being an asshole and being angry, right?
That's
Like
fair.
I hate it. So if I can avoid it, it's all the best. However, having said that, driving in places without traffic's pretty fun.
So
I
you'd
just-
love
it's not
driving
an
where
experience.
where I'm at.
Yeah.
You would love it here.
My eye twitches when every time I'm like, now traffic, now we have to leave 6 hours earlier. Like, just keeps getting pushed back. But having said that, it is time for me to ask ridiculous questions of the Circle panel. But before, since I've introduced new questions and Green Velvet is a friend of mine and hasn't asked these, he now must answer the dreaded 3 questions that everybody wishes I would stop asking. I'm just getting into it. What is your favorite movie?
Ooh, favorite movie. I'm gonna go with one of the early Fast and Furious films. Take your pick of like the first 3.
Interesting. I enjoy new answers to that question. What is your favorite musician and or band?
Ooh, Pink Floyd.
Excellent choice. Howling will agree. The next one is a kind of bullshit question, but what is your favorite TV show, comic, or other type of art that didn't fit into the category of the first 2 questions?
Right now it is Pluribus. My wife and I just finished the first season of that show, and it was crazy.
Right on. Excellent.
If you have
All right,
Apple TV,
now,
I recommend it.
yes, I will have to. I'm sure Megan's watched it. I don't particularly watch it, but if I ask any, I usually, what happens, a little inside baseball, is I take these answers of TV shows and I ask my beautiful partner, honey, have you heard of this TV show? And then she gives me a brief rundown of what has happened. And so that is how I stay hip. Yes, because I do not have the time to sit in front of television and sit. I don't have the attention span. All right. For the rest of you beautiful people that I appreciate, my question, I actually kind of thought this out a little bit earlier in the episode. But I want to cast away all ethical questions to begin with. This is make believe. We're not actually going to own these animals. But if you could have any pet, you don't have to worry about waste or feeding. This is a fucking makeup question, okay? Don't get on me, PETA. Fuck you, PETA, anyway. You're a useless organization and garbage. You euthanize fucking so many animals. You're terrible people. Anywho, Howling, you follow that. If you could have any animal, what would be your pet?
I mean, it would have to be a wolf. I don't want anything
fitting,
else.
But it is a pretty good answer.
I mean, it would be pretty cool to have an orca too. I mean,
yes, having your own
just out in the backyard.
Yeah, I honestly, you could surf and be like, oh, are you worried about sharks? Look out there.
No,
that's mine.
I am not.
I'm not. That motherfucker plays with them. I would only
mean.
imagine that. Yeah, they're very mean and kind of like really, really horrible. So I'm not a fan of them. Stony.
Easy. I'd be an orangutan. I'd have an orangutan.
Pretty cool.
Sweet.
Wasn't there a Clint Eastwood movie?
I was about to say, wasn't there a Clint Eastwood one?
Yeah. Yeah, remember
that movie? Yeah.
Every which way but
that's
lose.
a good one.
That's what it was. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Every which way but lose. So yeah, I've just always been fascinated with orangutans. I think they're the wisest.
I could see you chilling with a homeboy, just orangutan. Like you're at Stoney's, he's making dinner, and the orangutan walks through the house. I'd be like, that does not surprise me.
Wearing jeans.
Dunstan checks in action.
Right?
Be a mountain biker and just be like taking down
the whole period
of damn Stoney.
Yeah. They're just
chilling in the backyard. That is a good answer.
Cool fucking orangutans.
Cool dudes.
I appreciate it. Tutal.
There you go.
I would have a bear.
Ooh, what kind of bear?
Ooh.
Just a brown bear. Just a big cuddly brown bear. As long, I would just go Khabib and just, be taking bears down. And that one video of that dude that's doing the crunches over the branch and the bear is swinging it around. Mm-hmm. Dude, I would love to get into some bear mischief. That would be so much fun. Be covered in honey and just getting picnic baskets. That got weirder
towards the end there. I was time out. The sit-ups I was on board with. Covering yourself in honey brings
What happens
up ethical
after the
questions.
honey?
Yeah.
Well,
You
find me a bear and we'll figure it out.
I love you dearly. Green Velvet, my friend.
Probably an otter, like a little river otter.
Oh yeah,
Right on.
Goofy,
There's
mischievous
that.
little bastards.
Just swimming around, just fucking
Yeah.
lay it out.
Carrying
Just
around their favorite rock.
out, dude.
Just sliding down stuff.
Yeah, they're sweet as shit, dude.
Sounds fun. Or that or
That
a
is
penguin.
wonderful.
Either
Penguin's
one.
pretty good.
Depends on the time of year, you know.
I can dig that. So I had a tough time thinking of mine because I got high. I was like, both options are great. So I'm going to give you two answers. This is going to be, I'm going to give you the typical biased answer of I would like an army of poison dart frogs that would just hop behind me all the time. I think that would be fucking amazing. Could you imagine fucking with someone who had like hundreds of poison of dart frogs all over me, like, but not in like a weird way. One, like you said, one on each shoulder, but like at my feet. Like anytime I walk, they hop behind me. Just hundreds of them.
Just following you. Or like you got like a trench coat and you open it up instead of a bunch of stolen watches, it's just poison dart frogs.
Or like they react to the environment. They're hopping beside me, and as someone comes, they get behind me. So there's just a line of fucking frogs obviously hiding me. But I think my real answer was it was stuck between either a dolphin or like a manta ray. Because a manta ray is a massive motherfucker, and it would be super cool to be chilling and just have this massive sea creature come like flying next to you.
Well, and if there's no
dolphin
waves,
would
no
just be
surf,
badass.
you could just stand on its back and pretend, you know.
And because there's no like, you know, ethical reasons, I could ride the dolphin, which would be fucking amazing. Just
because it's your
imagine
pet and your friends.
Pulling up exactly, and I'm not immediately killing him with weight, but imagine pulling up to the beach and being, "What's up, ladies? I'm on a dolphin.
Check out my dolphin."
Or certain beaches, "What's up, fellas? Check out my dolphin." I'm riding a dolphin. I'm a hero to everyone. But yes, that was my ridiculous question. Thank you all for participating in the anarchy that is YAG. Does anyone have anything they want to plug? Howling?
Nope.
Always my favorite answer. Stony?
Yeah. So just want to start putting this in the pipes for, we were talking earlier about some events going on. So May 15th, and I think it's somewhere outside of Loudonville, forgive the pronunciation, in Ohio. There's a mountain bike race called the Mohican, and we are scheduled to go. The missus and I, she's going to be doing the racing for it, and word got out. Matt Fratt decided he's going to join us and come and camp. Kuman's going to be joining us and come and camp. So throwing out the offer.
Cumin?
Cumin.
Kuman? Come in.
We'll be joining us as well. So we've got a few campsites there. And if anyone wanted to join for the day, we're going to try and get Flan to come out because I think it's a little bit closer to his neck of the woods. So yeah, if you're interested, drop a line. Come see us. So it's a pretty cool mountain bike race. It's like 100-mile or 100-kilometer mountain bike race. And
honestly, once we get to 100, that's far enough. either way, it's impressive.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
Because I would participate, but my hard limit is 101.
Well, I will just be in support of her. She's riding single speed. She's a badass. So she's gonna be doing
single speed? Psycho.
Yeah,
fucking awesome.
Yeah, she's pretty badass.
That's why she kicks your ass so well.
Yeah. So, but I think it should only take her till like the afternoon. So we're gonna be there by Friday and camping. The race starts in the morning time, and she should be done late afternoon with it. And then I'm sure we'll be doing some cooking and hanging out and burning something or another. So, if anyone's interested and going to be around and local, drop us a line. Let's see if we can figure something out.
That sounds sweet.
Yeah,
I do appreciate you guys all getting together to celebrate my birthday so far away.
Well, we're trying to drag you out too, but we'll see what the wind can blow.
I had another invitation. My uncle Wayne is going back to Hawaii for that month, and he's like, "Hey, why don't you come out?" So, I mean, having to pick between Hawaii and Ohio.
They both have merits.
No, the sad thing is it will I will look at the price of a ticket to Hawaii and I'll be like, fuck, going to Ohio. I am a cheapskate
Probably also a lot
bastard.
easier to get weed in Ohio.
Not if you're going with your Uncle Wayne. There, every one of those fuckers are related. I'm gonna get in a lot of trouble from the Hawaiian listeners now. Uncle Wayne's, we're not all related. There's 2 families. I'm just kidding. Jesus, I'm too tall.
No, just love each other.
No, I can't say that after I've insulted all my Hawaiian friends. Come on now.
Come on, hang loose, brother. No ice in paradise.
Oh, yeah. I was going to make that joke too. You son of a bitch. I love it. Green Velvet, you follow that.
Plant something.
There you
Wonderful.
go. Boom.
Wonderful. I appreciate that all your guys' nonsense. We need to obviously leave because I just can't finish thoughts. But I did want to give a special shout out to Howling. Howling is in tremendous fucking pain. And we have forced him to participate. And I am so thankful for him joining us. We joke about him not growing, but really he is in a lot of pain right now. He got in too many bar fights.
I did.
Man, you're champ.
This one finally retired him.
Walked up to the wrong person and said broadleaf is the best. That was it.
He said,
I thought our agreement legally was we weren't going to mention why we got into the fight. I apologize for my actions, and my check was made out to the right group.
The views of Howling do not reflect the rest of it.
Adios, amigos.
Adios.
Later.
Enjoy, guys.